Hi, sixth graders. This is Mrs. Betty here, and today we are going to be learning about energy. This is for Energy 1, Objective 3. Describe what thermal energy and heat are in scientific terms. And the resource we're going to use is heat. Okay? So it says, watch out. This chef is taking cornbread out of the oven using an oven mitt. Touching the baking pan with bare hands could cause a painful burn. However, the air inside the oven doesn't hurt. How can this be? Explore the hot oven simulation below to find out. So that is something that you can watch on your own. But what is heat? Heat is the transfer of thermal energy between substances. Thermal energy is the kinetic energy of moving particles of matter measured by their temperature. Thermal energy always moves from warmer to cooler substances. You can see this in the figure below. Faster moving particles of the warmer substances bump into and transfer some of their energy to slower moving particles of the cooler substance. Thermal energy is transferred in this way until both substances have the same thermal energy and temperatures. Okay, so for our notes, we're going to write, what is heat? Heat is the transfer of thermal energy between substances. And then what is thermal energy? Thermal energy is the kinetic energy of moving particles of matter measured by their temperature. Thermal energy always moves from warmer to cooler substances. Now remember, kiddos, you can stop the video at any time. So here's the figure that they're talking about. Temperature A is on the left, and that is warmer. You can see it has a greater temperature. And temperature B is on the right, and it has a cooler temperature. But when A and B are in contact, what does it say here? It says that faster moving particles of the warmer substance bump into and transfer some of the energy to the slower moving particles. So actually this temperature A is heating up temperature B. And what I would like you to draw in your notes is that figure, okay? So go ahead and draw that in your notes. Remember, you can pause the video. This is a good illustration for you to remember. Okay, and there's a question in here. How is thermal energy transferred in an oven? The answer is thermal energy of the hot oven is transferred to the cooler food, raising its temperature. So cooling down by heating up. Okay, oh, and you can write that in your notes. Temperature A is warmer, so it is moving to the colder temperature B. Cooling down by heating up. How do you cool down a glass of room temperature cola? You probably add ice cubes to it, as the figure below. You might think that the ice cools down the cola, but in fact it works the other way around. The warm cola heats up the ice. Thermal energy from the warm cola is transferred to the much colder ice, causing it to, you guessed it, melt. The cola loses thermal energy in the process, so its temperature falls. So in your notes, cooling down by heating up, how is a glass of cola cooled down? Warm cola heats up the ice. Thermal energy from the warm cola transfers to the ice, causing it to melt. And the cola loses thermal energy in the process, causing the temperature to fall. Remember, you can stop the video at any time. So, to sum up this article, they have a nice summary here. It says, heat is the transfer of thermal energy between substances. Thermal energy is the kinetic energy of moving particles of matter measured by their temperature. Thermal energy always moves from warmer to cooler substances until both substances have the same temperature. So go ahead and write this in your notes. Heat is the transfer of thermal energy between substances. Thermal energy is the kinetic energy of moving particles of matter measured by their temperature, and thermal energy always moves from warmer to cooler substances until both substances have the same temperature. Okay, that's pretty much what this article had to say. Kiddos, best of luck as you study to pass this test. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye, 6th graders.